Welcome to All Things Magical. Today I would like to do a tarot review on the Oracle of Visions by Cio Marchetti, who is the artist and author of this tarot. He self-published this tarot in 2014, and today U.S. Games is distributing it. It runs about $22 on the market right now, and it is one of my favorite oracle decks. It is a Victorian-inspired oracle deck featuring 52 magical cards. It comes with a 140-page book with a cardstock cover on it for durability and longevity of the card book. I really like the thickness of this cover. It's just right. It's still flexible, still pliable, still feels like a paperback, but it has the durability factor that we're looking for in something that we're going to use all the time. Each card has 2 pages. It has a black and white scanned image of the card itself. It has the name of the deck, a little saying that goes with it, and then a little backstory of the card itself. So let me give you an example of what you'll find in this book. So I've selected card number 22, which is listed as Reflections, Looking Back, and Hindsight. The quote is, "A moral being is one who is capable of reflecting on his past actions and their motives, of approving and some of disapproving of others." Charles Darwin. So then the story that the author gives for this deck is successes, failures, mistakes, and regrets all belong in the past and cannot be changed. Some things should not be dwelt upon, and we should move on. Both good and bad have value and have contributed to what we are now and offer lessons to be learned for future decisions. The distance of time adds context and perspective to a nostalgic review of past events. In this scene, a man views a selection of images from his past. A retro-styled projector is loaded with images of the cards from this deck. As his expression is neutral, it is unclear whether these projected images are evoking fond memories or painful regrets. Probably like any album or catalog from the past, it will be a mixture of both. Do not dwell in the past. There may also be a tendency to overlook details and remember with emotional bias rather than accuracy. This gives a great little story about the card, and it really gives you the concept of what the author was trying to look for in his art and how to express this card. So you could definitely use this book as a guidance on how to read the card, but I find this as just a general guide. I really think this particular deck is built for you to be inspired by and to read it intuitively. So let's take a moment and actually look at the cards, and then we'll talk some more about the cards and the structure and my general view of them. So the Oracle of Visions deck does come in this beautifully illustrated and sturdy cardboard box. As you can see, it's very thick, very sturdy. It is great for storing, and it's very protective. I love the feel of this box. It has a richness to it, kind of almost a satiny feel, and just brings the luxury value up with it. It's very well detailed, and it has a little description on the back, information, And this is one of the better features of this deck. I like it when the tarot comes in a deck that will withstand the test of time. The cards themselves have a nice grade of stock, a little bit of flex, but not too much. They should last a very long time for any regular user. The back is not reversible, so it has a one side facing. It features the Fool and what seems to appear to be a mirror, in a Victorian framed mirror. And it looks like this mirror is almost affixed on what would look like a red leather book. It's very visual. I like the texture of it. I like the colors. Predominant colors are a couple different shades of red and gold in this card. It does have two medallions here with the initials for the Oracle of Vision cards. So we always know what we're looking at. I think even though the back is not reversible, it's quite a lovely card and the detail is very nice, and kind of gives it enough points to make the back not reversible not such an issue. The cards themselves are a remastered version of the first deck of the Oracle of Visions. The first deck originally had a gold edge to it, and the edges of them were gold. This deck does not. It has a plain black edge. I still find it very attractive for the deck and the type of deck and the price point. This deck right now is going for about $22 US, and it still can be found fairly easily. These cards are a bit on the large size, so if you have small hands like myself, you may find it a little bit more difficult to shuffle, because it will take the whole span of my hand just to hold the card, let alone shuffling. So, just not even a half an inch less would make this deck a lot easier for me to use. But as you can see, it's not impossible. I just need to take a little bit more extra care when using the deck. This 52 card deck does feature original computer generated graphics created for not only divination but also for meditation. The images represent the human emotions, circumstances, and behaviors, yet allows the reader to use their own associated words and context for the cards. This deck is designed as a universal deck, not focusing on one religion aspect, so it makes it a viable deck for almost all tarot users. To me, the artwork feels very dreamy, very futuristic, and Victorian in style. So a wide range of tarot and oracle deck card users should appreciate this deck. As you can see, there is a lot of detail in the images that are presented, lots of color variation, and a lot of just stimulation. It allows a lot of expression of ideas and thoughts. It's quite lovely. This deck I would use for meditation, for searching for ideas, feelings. You could use this for shadow work as well, if it's something you need some clarification on. I'm not sure if I would use this on darker matters. Definitely on matters of love, joy, happiness, those things that are just bright. These colors, this deck, I feel is a very bright deck. Very emotional, very dynamic, and just really reflective of the human nature, of who we are and what we could be. Love his imagery, very abstract, full of ideas, thoughts, dreams even, aspirations. For instance, here we have Tree of Life, possibly an image of motherhood, nurturing, freedom, just all kinds of female emotional energies. Some of these are very inspirational, very deep in meaning. Magician has kind of a modern twist and flair, but yet very Victorian, very steampunk too as well. I love this. We have a tree, it's blooming, giving fruit, reflections in the mirror, opportunities, knowledge. These are all beautiful aspects. We have the Venus flytrap, we have the flies, and yet we have a carnation and a cardinal. So we have all kinds of imagery, all kinds of ideas, things we can meditate on, we can agree on. I love this one with the Black Panther in the background, the woman shrouded in her cloak. We have key of knowledge, thought. As you can see, even though some of these are serious subjects, the cards themselves tend to be very bright, very dynamic, just very beautiful. They're very color intense. It makes a great reading spread. This is one of my favorite decks. I waited a very long time for this deck. I wanted the original deck. I just was not able to get one of the original decks. I do wish I had, but this is a great deck, and I'm glad they came out with this very version so that I could enjoy this artwork. Beautiful. I love all the imageries, especially with all the mirrors and all there's just a lot of story going on with these cards, and I love the story aspect. Bridges and cats and puzzle pieces, aid and healing, the Queen of Fairies maybe, the peace controlling maybe the devil or a puppet. We get some mermaids waiting patiently. And this girl's full of sass, vim, and vigor. Definitely steampunk all the way. I just love this. She's got the world. She's captured it. It's all hers. So I hope you enjoyed the Oracle of Visions review of a 52 Victorian styled Oracle deck. If you did, please consider a subscription and put your notifications on for the next tarot review. Have a very magical and blessed day.